Let's see. It says refresh the page. Something went wrong. So internet has been cool. Looks like we may be on. I'm sorry for my tardiness. It is. It is. I've been fighting the internet out here. Don't get me wrong. Internet usually is like cool. Obviously, I'm working and doing all those things, but it was fighting me right now. However, that may not be a Colombia thing. The internet in certain situations has been interesting, to say the least. I think you guys in America had all of the flights grounded at one point. So, internet things happen. Make sure you guys are sharing the live with somebody that needs to hear about this. Because I'm going to get real. I literally was just having this conversation with my best friend, one of them. Don't have many, and just I have a very select few of my closest people to me. And I'm like, bro, you gonna hear everything that I'm telling you right now in the next couple of minutes. And the reason why is because like this stuff is real. My friends, my family, they're in the United States. So everything that comes with the United States, the bad, the okay, the good, all of it. You guys are going through it. And you may be finding more scenarios where you're like, okay, well, when's the good coming back? Right now it's the winter time, and if you are in the United States, it's cold. You haven't seen the sun in a little bit. So those things are maybe weighing on your mind. Tonight is a special night because we get into what America lied to you about. And if you don't know, make sure you share this with somebody that needs to hear it, because they did. They lied to you guys. So I asked my friends in the States, when was the last time you moved? And when the last time you moved, it probably wasn't, from wherever city you're in abroad. It was from neighborhood in Atlanta to a different neighborhood in Atlanta. It was from a neighborhood in Philadelphia to a different neighborhood in Philadelphia. It was something probably like that. Maybe it was even another state. Cool. But when you packed up all of your things, all of the things, because when you move out of your apartment, you need to almost like, hey, make this like you were never there. Make this like you were never there. So when you guys go to pack up all your things and your stuff that you've accumulated since you moved in, whether it's been, oh, yeah, I've only lived there for, one lease, so a year. Maybe I've lived there for two leases, so 2 years. But when you go pack up all of your stuff and your things in the United States, when you go to just to move from one neighborhood to another, did you ever realize how much stuff you had accumulated in such a short time? Did you feel like a hoarder immediately when you actually packed up all of the little itty bitty stuff and things that you have accumulated? The pot holders, the pots, the bed sets, the clothes, the shoes, all of that stuff. And you say, when did I get all of this stuff? And then you look at all of that stuff, and you might not look at it that much, because in the United States, when you go to move, you can take all the stuff with you. Moving in the United States is super easy to do. Just pack up all your stuff, take from one place to another. I'm going from Los Angeles to New York. Cool. I'm taking 88 bags and I'm sending all this stuff over there. I'm driving it all over there. Whatever the case is, most of the time you're taking all your stuff. and the things. And we talk about stuff and things because tonight you guys are going to hear those two words a lot. And it's designed to make certain that you wake the hell up. You know why? Because America is a country that is based off of stuff and things. And you might realize it, and you only realize it when you kind of like go to move and you're like, damn, when did I get all this stuff? Maybe you throw a little bit away, but for the most part, you probably just grab it and take it all with you from one place to another. And then you continue to get more stuff and more things. Some people are like, you can see it. Like, yo, there are real hoarders. Like, things are stacked up to the wall. That's a real hoarder. But these invisible hoarders, which is a lot of you guys, y'all have it tucked somewhere and it's tucked under here and it's all looked up, feng shuied in your house so it looks all pretty. But it's a bunch of stuff and things. Even if you got a lot of space, you still got a lot of stuff and things. A lot of stuff and things that essentially everything costs money. Everything. So when you look at money, when you look at the how you receive it, most of us have to get off our ass and go to work. Got to go to work. We have to clock in, sign in. Maybe we have a salary job, whatever the case is. But you are trading time and energy and effort away from your friends and your family for stuff and things. You know why? Because there's some things and stuff that you actually need. But everybody wants a great lifestyle. Everybody wants, to be in a place that they feel like, okay, my neighborhood is safe. I can take my family on vacation when I get the time off from my job. I can buy, the nice car that I've always wanted to get and everything else. But let me ask you, when you actually do those things, never mind the travel, but I mean, like, when you go buy the stuff and things, when you go buy that nice car that you've been saving up for. As a freshman in college, that was when my dad got his first Mercedes Benz, and I remember going to the dealership with him freshman year and sitting in the dealership with him while I was getting his car service, and I remember going into the showroom and sitting in an all white I think it was an E350, and it was a drop top. It was all white, brown interior. It was beautiful. I said, Dad, take a picture of me in this car. Took a picture of me in the car. That was my wallpaper for years, right? So fast forward years later, I'm working hard, doing all those things. I finally got the car. Spent a bunch of money to get the car, but it was fine. I was making good money. So it wasn't like it was like a stretch. It was just, even still, it was still a bunch of money. And then I got the car and I realized, hey, bro, this is just the car. Like, I've idolized this thing and I've put it on this pedestal, and it's getting me from A to B. It's getting me from A to B. But that wasn't my like wake up call, like, because I got another one after that, and everything, and all the stuff and things, and it's like you realize as you buy this stuff and things, it is um, a fleeting, and very temporary feeling that you get from these material things. America is capitalism based, and I say that is because America and the dream of America is you guys can come here and maybe, and just maybe, you can actually make it to be a millionaire or a self-made millionaire or a self-made man, whatever that looks like. You can live the American dream where you have the car, the house, the kids, and the dog. You want it all, right? But let me ask you, when it comes to the American dream and those end goals and those results, how many Americans are actually getting to that? Never mind the illusion of getting to it, but actually getting to it. You know why so many of Americans aren't getting to it? Because there's always something new. The goalpost always moves. What was good for 2014 is not good for 2024. all of the entertainment, all of the things, I said the other day, America has a sale for everything. If you don't believe me, what the hell is a President's Day sale? Let me ask you, do you get off of work? Do you go be like, oh man, it's President's Day, man. We got to celebrate, baby. It's the President's Day. The presidents of the United States. But there's a sale for President's Day. ¿Por qué? Why? You got to start looking at that and asking those questions. You actually have to start asking those questions and saying, it's like, is everything in my life meant for you to be able to sell it to me? So when we talk about decluttering your life before moving abroad, it is not the normal move. You know why? Because you could take all the stuff and things that you've accumulated and you've spent your time and energy and you spent your value into your own self and whether or not you measure up to where you should be in life based off of how much things you have accumulated. As a young kid, and shout out to Deacon Shirley, as a young kid, I had a guy that was a mentor to my dad as a kid tell me, I said, I want to be rich. And he looked at me as I was like maybe 8, 10, and he said, "You're rich right now." I'm not rich. You must not know my household. I'm not rich. And he's like, nah, young brother. You're thinking about it all wrong. You're thinking about it all wrong. You got, loving parents. You got your health. You don't live on the street. And and at the time, I still thought old head was crazy. I'll be honest with you. I was like, your old head must be like, he must be tripping. But as I got older, I realized, and even now, even moving abroad, I realized, I just had this conversation. I traded so much of my life away for the stuff and things that America told me was going to make my life of value. It was going to make my life of a situation where it was it was it was okay. It was all right because I had all this stuff and things. And I was ready to get to it and I was ready to go. Shout out to Instagram. They probably just got on. I forgot to click go live on them. So if you are on Instagram, make sure you're sharing this. My bad, y'all. But realistically, the stuff and things, it literally was a situation where I was dictating my life. Right now it's Christmas. I saw somebody say, I got to go make sure I get, put some gifts under the Christmas tree so my family can have a good Christmas. Some stuff and things under and let me ask you this. So Christmas is December 25th. Do you think by January 5th, the stuff that your kids, your loved one opened on December 25th when you gave it to them, it's gonna have the exact same value? You buy a new car, it immediately, when you drive it off the lot, it immediately loses value. Immediately. And so many people go buy new cars. Don't get me wrong, because I was one of them. I bought new cars and all that. Like, I am telling you this as somebody that is not judging you for doing what it is that makes you happy. I am telling you this for somebody that is somebody that also made myself happy until I realized what real happiness was. And once I did, I understood that I was not actually achieving happiness, because happiness is not something that is fleeting. Happiness is something that is like it gets soaked in you. It's like ingrained into you like a sponge. And I say that is because the stuff and the things, that's almost like a drug. You do the drug, you go high, and then not on it anymore. Those are stuff and things. But true happiness is not fleeting, because your value in the things that are of what it is your life is made out of is completely different. So when we talk about this decluttering your life before moving abroad, I want you guys to wake up. If you are actually looking to move abroad, you are going to go through something that you may not be experienced with, because you've never had to do it. You are going to have to get down. Let's say you are a single person. I would say the recommended max to move abroad is 2 carry-ons, 2 check bags, in a book bag. If you're a woman, you might have a purse on top of the book bag. But cool, right? That's not that much stuff. Based off of how much stuff I know that y'all have. Y'all got a lot of stuff. Y'all got a whole lot of stuff. I had a lot of stuff. How much stuff y'all got? You like, man, why are you talking to me like this? You don't know me. No, I do know you. You know why? Because if you're in America, you got a bunch of stuff and things. And when you go to move and you go to actually do inventory of what it is that I'm going to take, you're going to be like, what the heck? That bald dude was right. RJ was right. So, if you guys don't know, we're out here in Medellin, Colombia. We are talking to you about literally all the stuff and things that America sold you, what it is that they lied to you about that it was going to make you happy. And has it yet? Has it made you happy? Not when you had it and you first got it and then you wore it and somebody said, oh, you look cute. And then you got off. And then next thing you know, you find out, oh shit! They mess with that outfit, but I can't wear that next week because they got to see me again. So you know what I got to do? Go back to work, go trade my time for stuff and things. So I can go buy a new outfit. Fast fashion made it easy to go buy a new outfit. You can go get a whole $3 dress. Amazon, Shein, all that's doing is just poisoning the world because that stuff gets thrown into the ocean. Like we're literally adding to our own demise by continuously buying stuff and things. Y'all was hoping for winter, right? Y'all remember that? Oh, I can't wait till it's the fall. I'm gonna get my fall fashion on. I hate clothes. I be in clothes because it's a society thing, but literally, like, I don't like a bunch of clothes. Like, and I've realized that more now being abroad because I had to detach myself from stuff and things. So when you go to move abroad, you're going to run into a situation where you got to pack your entire life down to 2 bags, and you're going to have to you got to look at pictures. You're going to have to look at a bunch of things that are literally designed to make you be in a situation where, hey, I gotta be I got to be there and make certain that I show up for the stuff and things that it is that I signed up for. Literally. So when we talk about things, we have to look at this and be scenario of ownership. Are you ready to unplug? Are you willing to be in a scenario where you're stuck in the United States because you love stuff and things so much? Your choice, not mine. It's not my choice. But when you go to declutter your life, you have to put all of your stuff in a bag. And most people aren't ready to understand that they're going to be in a scenario where you are going to sit there and say, damn, what am I going to actually take? I tell y'all might see me in the same clothes because of this conversation. Not because I don't have a bunch of things and I can not buy more things, but I just no longer care enough to impress people because Colombia is not about stuff. People are right now in December, people are worried about their family and friends. Nobody's worried about how much work we're getting done. These things. They still may want to have a good Christmas and provide some stuff and some things. I'm not saying that that's not going on here. But I'm saying the thought process of stuff and things is not as deep as the United States is going to sell it to you as. So when you sit around all your stuff and things and you are in a scenario where you got to move and put everything in 2 check carry-ons and 2 check bags, what do you do? What do you take? That is the moment you're going to wake up. That was the moment I woke up because I was sitting around a whole bunch of stuff and I was like, but I need this and I need this and I need this. And I'm like, but I can't take this if I want to leave. I can't take this if I want to leave. But I spent so much time getting it. And where did that get you? On the way to leave. So please adhere to this advice. We're not only talking about the actual steps that you need to take, but we talk about we talk about mental health, but we talk about yo, this is real, man. This is real. You actually need to consider what you're willing to give up in America to have a better life. And I promise you, when you actually go look at it, the things that you're giving up, they aren't worth the value that you're giving to them and trading your life away. So please, if you see anything, even if you're not looking to move abroad, cool. But stop trading your life for stuff and things, because when you're 60, think about this. If you're 40 years old right now or 30 years old right now, and you went and bought $20,000 worth of clothes when you were 10 years younger, please tell me what those $20,000 worth of clothes, how many of those do you wear right now? But you definitely had to trade enough time and energy at work to get $20,000 to spend extra on clothes. Think about that. Stuff and things are fleeting. Life, experience, travel, these things are going to shape your life. When your hip is broke, your back is broke, your neck hurt, and you can't get out on the streets like you used to anymore, you are going to remember this conversation, because you're like, that was the day that I got off my ass and started seeing more of the world and started experiencing more of the world. Because I was sold a dream that my stuff and the things that I was going to buy, and America told me that I needed to buy so that I could be a part of the machine, so it can keep capitalism alive, that was gonna make me happy, and it kept not making me happy, but I kept doing it until I seen that bald dude, and he told me, stop that stuff. Stop those things. So please, if you have not learned anything, make certain that you learn that this life that you have, the one life, is not about how many things and stuff you can accumulate. Declutter your life right now. It don't have to be about moving abroad. It has to be about decluttering your life, because your life is not about how many things you can accumulate. It's about how many people you can impact, how many people that you can show that this doesn't have to be this way. It's your choice. So please do that. We're going to keep it short tonight. I was a little bit late, but I do want to keep it short. I will tell you, we'll be back on tomorrow. Shout out to my brother Akeem. We'll be on with him talking about these relocations to Colombia, because you do need to touch the grass if you are looking to move. We'll be back on at 3 p.m. because tomorrow we're going to be talking about May, which is our Spellhouse International trip. We'll be getting into that. And literally, do the high low. You guys can still see me still. We'll be getting into San Andres tomorrow. We'll be going to Memorial Day weekend, May 22nd through the 26th. We'll get on that at 3 p.m. 6:30, we'll be back talking relocation tours and expat convos. It's another black brother that's out here that's going to be able to tell you a lot of the same things and even more about living out here, understanding what it's like, how to prepare yourself to move. As always, I appreciate you guys for checking in. These things, you guys are going to see a flood of videos and a flood of content. And the reason why is because I've got all the things. I've been going live every day, and I've cut them all up, made them certain that you guys can understand, digest, and just make certain that the notifications are on. Black Expat Life in Colombia, that is the YouTube channel. moodtravelcolombia.com. That is the way that you're going to get all the free resources that we have. That is the way you're going to sign up for the relocation tour. That is the way you're going to get the experts information as far as real estate, immigration, healthcare, Spanish experts. Shout out to all of the people that have put their time, energy, and effort to make this a reality so that you don't have a problem with moving abroad when you actually go to take that first step. Start decluttering your life right now. Right now. Do that. It's for you. It's not for me. I've already done it. This is for you. Nobody told me to do this, and nobody told me I was going to go through what I went through and sitting around all my things in a circle and saying, I don't know what to take. And then there was one little guy on my shoulder that said, why do you care so much about any of this stuff? And that was the moment I woke up. I want y'all to wake up, man. America ain't where it is. It's not saying Colombia is the best place for you, but America sold y'all a dream. Stop being lied to. I'm going to see you guys tomorrow. I appreciate y'all as always. We've been kept it relatively short, right under 24 minutes. But the message is the truth. I'll see y'all then. Tomorrow's 3 p.m. Eastern time. Make sure y'all put your notifications on. Make sure you are sharing the lives for people that need to hear this message. Always. Talk to y'all soon. TikTok. Peace. It's been a pleasure.